Hi everyone, Merna here. First of all, I just want to thank everyone for the support on my last video about the FOMO on the anniversary realms. I did not see that coming. I just wanted to sit down on my lunch break at work and speak my mind about the topic. Apparently, it resonated with a lot of people, so thank you for the kind words in the comments. It means a lot to me. Today, I wanted to sit down and speak my mind about another topic that also has been on my mind lately, and it's the topic of guilds. And this is just my gut feeling and my perception of it, how I interpret the situation. But it feels like a lot of people are playing classic WoW without a guild. And when I say that, I mean without finding their people. It feels like they are in the PUG world more than they are in a community. We see a lot of groups going on where people PUG raids, people play a lot of dungeons. They go to open channels for their content. I don't see a lot of guild recruitments. Maybe they are there. I just don't see them because I am in a guild. But I get this feeling that the idea of the guild is in like some kind of downfall. To me, a guild is about finding your people. It's about when I join this big world, of course, everyone is a stranger. And how can I make sure that people around me in the game becomes less characters and more people? How can I make sure that when I play with someone in my guild, I maybe call them by their name, I maybe know something about their real life. I get an actual connection to this human being through the game that I don't get in the pug world traditionally or in general. Why I think this could be important to talk about is also connected to my last video where when you're in the pug world, you commit time, as we talked about, time is a resource, and you commit time to do a specific thing in the game. Let's say you put on your Friday night to try to play Molten Core. That means you will have to find other people who can enable you in that quest to do Molten Core. And then you want to find people that actually can enable you and increases your chance of success. The primary goals in the PUG world is to set out, I want to do activity one, and how can I find people that will enable me to do that activity? You don't look for people like looking for more, I need three nice people. That's not how it works. You want a tank and a healer and three DPS. Those three DPS, the more damage they do, the better, because the more likely are you to succeed in the dungeon. Even though you obviously could get away with people that do low damage or have bad gear, when you are presented the option to choose, you choose what's mathematically better. And where does a guild fit in all of this? Some people use the guild as an extension of the looking for group situation or tool. So they get a guild, they don't get to know anybody, but they type in the guild chat, hey, do anyone want to do Scarlet Monastery? And they do Scarlet Monastery, and then they scatter off and do their own thing. Then, to me at least, that's just an um, extra looking for group tool, which is a little bit better because it removes a lot of RNG around who you can get. Because if you find the same person over and over again in your guild, then obviously you over time maybe build a relationship, or you maybe at least this is a good rogue, so I will take him again and again and again. But the side I'm coming from is every time I start playing WoW, I try to find a guild not based on numbers or not based on how they're doing or are you clearing the content? Are you like all of these metrics that could tell you if a guild is good or bad? Instead, I focus on finding a guild that matches my vibe. Like, what does that even mean? To me, it means that if I join a Swedish guild, then I think it's important that I can crack jokes with them. I can talk about things that goes on in Sweden. We can talk about like similar to when you're at work. You want to talk about things that are easy to talk about with other Swedes. I hope that makes sense. If I join an international guild, I want to find people that are like me. I want to find people that think like me and value the same things as me and not like political things. Like I don't really care if you're like a leftist or rightist. That's not the point here. The point is that when I log into the game and I say hello in guild chat, I'm met with reasonable approaches of like, oh, hello, how are you doing? Like, what do you have on the agenda when you're playing today? What are you looking for to get? Do you want a specific item? Should we go get it together? And then after a couple of times, maybe they ask me like, Oh, hey, in what area of the world are you based in? Do you have a family? They start asking these questions that is like, oh, hey, this is a human being. So the reason why I want to bring this up is to spread awareness about the importance of getting a guild. I see people get stressed out over things in the game that I think are non existent if you are in an healthy guild. A healthy guild would not have you in the guild and say, you cannot come to our dungeon run if you ain't full rank 14 geared, because that's not how bodies treat each other. That's how you treat someone in looking for group chat that is nothing else than just a rogue or just a mage. If you are reduced to your class and your level, you are also reduced to your gear. And as long as you are reduced to numbers like that, your personality and who you are as a human being means nothing. This part is so interesting to me because I can't play the game in those terms. I need to find my people and I need to find people who value me as a guildie so I can value them as a guildie. And I want to find a guild master that values their members. And I want to find members who values their guild master so that the group can achieve good things together, and gear and numbers will just come afterwards. Obviously, when this guild, the utopian friendly cozy guild I'm talking about, when they come together and they go to raid, some of them might struggle, some of them might not. That's not really the point. The point is that when they achieve something, they feel this immense uh, gratification of like, yeah, I did it with my guys, I did it with my team, I did it with my friends. That's completely different than, yay, I did it with 39 strangers. I have no idea who they are, but at least they pumped. You know what I mean? This video is also a little bit rambly, but this is my point here that I think the idea of the guild is kind of a little bit in shambles. I think the optimization meta is coming from a place where people don't commit to guilds. People don't commit to the human behind the screen. People see it as a way to get numbers. Getting a getting a PUG group for Sulgurub is not about meeting 19 other players. It's about getting the item. And as long as you have your eyes on the prize like that with strangers, then the strangers are reduced to numbers. And if you are one of those strangers, there is no way you can actually get these connections because you are just there to enable the leader's dream in killing the boss. So there are some exceptions to this, obviously. There's always a funky guy in the raid, so even if you have a pug, there's always some guy cracking jokes. But I find it more rare that those relationships stick around. I find it more common that those relationships stick around if you are inside the same little tent in the guild or in a community that wants the same goal, wants to go after the same things. These funny guys in the raids, they are lovely. I love joining a pod group and seeing one of these just crack jokes. And sometimes I do it myself. And many times I maybe pick up one of these friends. Maybe I add one of them to my friend list and say, hey, we should do a dungeon tomorrow or something. Sometimes that happens. That's not really the point. The point is how you structurally put yourself in a situation where you as a person don't matter. Because when you join a PUG group, you are signing up to the idea that you are reduced to your numbers. And I really feel like we should get away from this and try to view it more as you are inviting persons, you are inviting people, you are inviting others that maybe they also have one evening left to do something. So if you as a leader are making a group, you also need to remember that you are inviting people. You are not inviting the rogue with the cool sword. You are inviting little Billy that is spending his only night as well, just like you. Yeah, I just wanted to ramble a little bit about this because I really feel it's important to acknowledge the person on the other side of the screen. And I feel like that art is kind of lost a little bit in the chasing of the optimization and chasing of numbers and chasing of feeling ready and like pushing hard for things you can measure. Because when we are pushing for things you can measure, we are like leaving behind things you can't measure. We are leaving a lot of friendships behind. We are leaving a lot of potential relationships behind when we are going for the things you can measure. So, yeah, I hope this resonates with anyone. I really think you should go get a guild and an actual guild, not an extension of the Looking for Group Tool guild or like a cesspool guild or something. I don't really know what other people call it nowadays, but I really think you should find people you enjoy playing with for whatever reason that is. When you have fun and another person have fun and you have fun together, you achieve great things. And that's the best feeling in an MMORPG. And that's really what I want to focus on. I hope this resonates with anyone. Thank you so much for listening in to me today. Have a great day. Bye.